Aviation insurance for private pilots. Explore aviation insurance options for private pilots. Find affordable plans to cover aircraft, liability, and operational risks with expert advice and actionable strategies. Welcome to the episode of the Aviation Mastery Podcast, where we're diving deep into a subject that could make or break your journey in the skies: aviation insurance for private pilots. Whether you're soaring over the Grand Canyon, navigating stormy Midwestern skies, or performing a flawless landing at a bustling airfield, this episode is your critical checklist for everything related to aviation insurance. For every private pilot, aircraft owner, or aviation enthusiast looking to protect not just their aircraft but their dreams and legacy, this episode is your compass. We'll explore affordable, high-coverage aviation insurance plans, dissect the often overlooked clauses buried in fine print, and arm you with the tools you need to fly with true peace of mind. Let's open with a real-world story that hits close to home. In 2017, a seasoned private pilot based in Texas took off in his newly acquired Cirrus SR-22, enjoying what should have been a routine VFR flight. Mid-flight, engine failure struck, forcing an emergency landing on a rural highway. Fortunately, no injuries occurred, but the aircraft was totaled. The insurance. It excluded coverage for off-airport landings, a hidden clause he had never noticed. He was left with a $300,000 bill and a painful lesson. That pilot's story is not just a cautionary tale, it's a wake-up call. The skies offer little forgiveness, but the right insurance policy can. Understanding the core of aviation insurance. Aviation insurance isn't a generic plug-and-play policy. It's a highly specialized agreement tailored to the unique risks and demands of operating an aircraft. This includes liability, hull coverage, passenger protection, legal defense, and even loss of use. Whether you're flying a Diamond Dove 40, a Cessna 172, or a high-performance jet, every flight carries real-world financial risk, and your policy must reflect that complexity. Essential types of aviation insurance. Aircraft hull insurance covers physical damage to your aircraft during flight, taxiing, or while parked. Liability insurance shields you from third-party claims, including injuries, property damage, and legal disputes. Passenger liability, especially important for pilots who fly with friends, clients, or on shared cost flights. Hangar insurance provides protection against weather events, theft, vandalism, and hangar rash. Ground risk. Hull insurance, not in motion, covers incidents when the aircraft is not being moved. Non-owned aircraft insurance, ideal for renters and student pilots flying aircraft they do not own. What factors influence your insurance premium? The cost of aviation insurance isn't arbitrary, it's based on risk profiles, and key variables include aircraft make, model, and value. Number of logged flight hours. Type of pilot certifications and training programs completed. Aircraft usage, recreational, instructional, business, or commercial. Geographic location and storage facility. Security. Safety equipment, avionics upgrades, and compliance history. Tips to lower your premiums while increasing coverage. Enroll in FAA-endorsed safety programs such as the Wings Pilot Proficiency Program. Maintain a clean, consistent flying history with regular proficiency checks. Secure your aircraft in a certified hangar with security and fire protection. Consider raising your deductible responsibly. Work with a specialist aviation broker for tailored policies and potential group discounts. Avoid these common and costly mistakes. Failing to disclose every pilot authorized to fly the aircraft. Not checking if passengers are covered under your current plan. Assuming U.S.-based coverage extends internationally. Believing that home-built and experimental aircraft are always covered. Skimming through exclusions and limitations in policy documents. Top 5 frequently asked questions, answered. How much does aviation insurance cost for private pilots? Annual premiums typically range from $1,200 to $2,500 for single-engine aircraft, depending on experience, aircraft type, and region. Is my aircraft covered under my homeowner's insurance if it's stored on my property? No. Aircraft must be covered under separate aviation insurance policies. Homeowners' policies do not cover aviation-related liabilities. Can I insure my experimental or home-built aircraft? Yes, but the process involves higher scrutiny. Insurers evaluate airworthiness, builder records, and flight history. Are student pilots eligible for insurance coverage? Absolutely. Specialized policies exist for student pilots, often with limits on operational range, solo time, and flight instruction conditions. What are the risks of flying without aviation insurance? You assume full liability. In the event of an incident, you could face lawsuits, loss of aircraft, and bankruptcy-level financial exposure. Step by step, how to acquire aviation insurance. Acquiring aviation insurance doesn't have to be complex. Here's a straightforward process to help you secure the best coverage. Assess your needs. Identify the type of aircraft you fly. Determine your typical flight activity, personal, instructional, or business. Consider passenger capacity, hangar storage, and special equipment. Gather pilot and aircraft documentation. Logbook hours and endorsements. Medical certificates and licenses. Aircraft registration, maintenance history, and airworthiness certificate. Research insurance providers. Look for companies that specialize in general aviation insurance. Use online comparison tools or consult a licensed aviation insurance broker. Request multiple quotes. Provide consistent information across providers. Ask for quotes with different deductible and liability levels to evaluate options. Review policy options carefully. Compare liability limits, hull coverage, exclusions, and add-ons like passenger liability or hangar insurance. Look for clauses on off-airport landings, international flights, or shared ownership. Ask questions and clarify doubts. Don't hesitate to call the insurer to clarify specific terms, like coverage for training flights or experimental aircraft. Negotiate for discounts. Highlight your safety training, example FAA Wings program, secure hangar storage, or club affiliations. Inquire about bundling multiple aircraft or services for savings. Finalize and sign the policy. Read the fine print before signing. Ensure all pilots and activities are disclosed accurately. Receive your certificate of insurance. Keep it on hand during flights and submit a copy to your hangar or airport authority if required. Conduct annual reviews. Reassess coverage annually or after major changes, new aircraft, additional pilots, etc. Stay informed about market trends and policy updates. Inspiring real-world takeaway: flying is freedom, but freedom comes with responsibility. Choosing the right aviation insurance is like choosing the right flight instructor. It can mean the difference between safety and disaster. With rising litigation, increasing aircraft repair costs, and growing regulatory complexities, a strong aviation insurance policy isn't just a formality, it's a critical part of responsible flying. If this episode brought clarity and value to your cockpit, help others stay informed by sharing this video. Tag your fellow aviators, student pilots, or aircraft mechanics. Drop your questions or experiences in the comments. We'd love to feature them in a future episode. Don't forget to subscribe and check the episode description for your free downloadable aviation insurance checklist. Important disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be considered legal or insurance advice. Always consult a certified aviation insurance broker or legal expert for personalized recommendations and policy options.